I just want to
No,
hear from you because I think you've done really, really well. I'm really, really proud of the progress that you've made. You've worked really hard to get that success. And so I think it's quite inspiring to hear from people within the community. At some point, I want to do like a proper like podcast type thing for people in star trading,
yeah,
but I don't have the time.
yeah, I'm sure. Sure.
It's it's one of those things on my wish list to get done, and it just keeps not really happening. But yeah, yeah. So anyway, thanks for being patient with me today. I don't think we'll take more than 15-20 minutes probably.
No, that's perfect.
But yeah, yeah, it's all good. You obviously got the questions I sent through. How did your daughter's thing go, by the way?
It went very well. It's tough gala. We were up 4:30 this morning. Um,
Wow,
she was at the pool 5:30, but yeah, no, she
my
did very well.
goodness.
So I'm chuffed. She's got tomorrow and Monday as well. So
Yeah.
we're actually staying over at a lodge in Pretoria.
Okay. Yeah,
Um, yeah, just to make it easier for us.
that's good. That's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's always a good idea. I think that.
yeah.
Um, did you see, by the way, I made another mistake with the South Africa social date?
Nice. So you just tell me when it is, and I'll be there. It's fine.
Yeah, it is the 27th. That is
Okay.
27th of August, Johannesburg. I'm still trying to get the hotel to respond to me, but hey ho. So Mark, first of all, tell me. I mean, we know your name's Mark, but what do you do for work? Let's just a bit of background about who you are.
Okay, bit of background. I'm a law graduate, so I studied law. Chose not to practice. Went into the insurance game, and yeah, was pretty much been in that my whole life. I had a bit of a massive boo-boo in 2020 February before COVID, actually. So it wasn't COVID related. Where I had a partner and he went all crazy, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it pretty much didn't work for the whole of 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my story. Insurance, yeah, and yeah.
So what are you currently doing for work then?
So 2020 was a bit of a mess up. Obviously, with my wife couldn't work either. She's in the beauty industry, so for most of the year she couldn't work. And obviously, we've got a daughter that's she was 8 then. She's now 10. Homeschooling her and stuff. So try to get things going, but it wasn't the greatest year to get things going.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now I've started my own insurance thing.
Brilliant.
With a couple of insurance companies, no partners, just insurance companies. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's picking up. It's been all right so far for the last 6 months. So we'll see how it goes.
Brilliant. That's exciting times.
Yeah.
I do hope that goes really well.
Yeah,
and if you
thanks.
put anywhere near as much work into that as you put into your trading, then I have no doubt it will be a success.
Well, hopefully I
So,
won't have to do the insurance thing
well,
if
that's
my
true.
trading goes better.
Well, it's going well so far, so we're probably not
Yeah,
that
it's
far
good.
off in a way. So,
Yeah.
what got you into trading? What made you want to learn to trade?
So I've always had an interest in it. I've always had in the insurance game in South Africa, you get paid quite decently, but you get paid commission. So your basics are not, you don't get a standard salary. So I was always very cautious of spending money, and I always invested money in various things with people and brokers, and made sure I paid my house off as quick as possible and that kind of thing. But I never had the time to actually learn to do it for myself, and that was one of the reasons 2020 hit. And I looked at life and I was like, I've got time now. So let's start seeing what all this stuff's about: crypto, Forex, all that kind of stuff. Always had that interest in my head,
Yeah.
but always knew that you could get burns and lose a lot. So was always a bit hesitant because I'm very risk adverse. I'm
Yeah.
very scared.
Hence insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what made you kind of get over that hesitation, kind of get over that fear, and what made you choose Star Trading to help you with that?
So obviously in 2020, with not working and stuff, I got involved in some crypto things and some mining things, and it cost me money, and it didn't pan out very well. But I kept researching, and then, as I said to you, I obviously I know Manus Brodek.
Yeah.
He's a South African entrepreneur, and I went on to one of he did a crypto thing with you, and that's how I started researching you. And it took me like 9 months to actually join, which I actually regret. I wish I'd joined straight away.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so funny. I always say that the best time to start is when you thought about starting. The second best time to start is now.
Exactly.
And hey, at least you started, so that's good. But yeah.
So I eventually decided in September last year. Actually, that's when I joined. I was like, okay, it's my birthday month. I was like, I'm going to do it this month. I don't care. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, just went for it. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what kind of stage are you at now then with your trading? How's it going? Yeah.
So I'm a bit of a complicated trader, I suppose. So I do my charts on Pro Real Time, and I trade on FXCM because of the what you can do on that. I don't think I can do the PRT yet.
Yeah.
With the amounts of money I've got, but or that I'm playing around with. But so pullbacks, I'm very, very comfortable with. Reversals, I've got very, very comfortable with very quickly. I just get them. I love the morning star thing. Where I'm at is I'm still learning. I've still got a lot to learn. I know that. Every month I learn more. I learn more from the group. I learn more from everything. But I've had my moments. Last week I didn't have a great week. 2 trades lost, and I was like, "What happened?" But
it's only 2 trades, Mark.
Yeah. But I was on such a good run. It does happen, and it forced me back to go look at my back testing and go look at all the other stuff that I've done and all the records I've got and whatever. And so I think
it's really interesting though, because I think that's such a good point to pick up on from my side as a coach, because you can have a really good run, and when you have a really good run, your brain starts thinking, I'm amazing, I'm so good at this, I can't fail.
I'm good at this.
And then when you get
I can't lose.
Exactly. And then when you get a losing trade, you're kind of like, oh, something's gone wrong. And then you get a second losing trade, you're like, something's really wrong. And actually the reality is there's probably nothing wrong. It's just what we talk about with random distribution. We have to expect that at some point there will be a set of losing trades.
Actually, out of the 2 losing trades, the one, I know I would have taken it again. When I went and looked back, I would have taken it again. Market just moved a little bit sideways. I should have probably got out of it, and I wasn't watching whatever. The other one I should never have taken. It was Ausdollar CAD. It was massively. It had been going up so much. I don't know why I took it as a pullback, but I really did think, I haven't lost a pullback for ages. I'm going to do this.
Yeah. And that's the thing, the market will teach you. And it does do that. So I get a bit of a weird kick when people get losing trades and experience what you just experienced, because you need to go through those lessons. And this is why I say, okay, you can be a successful trader following the star trading method fairly quickly, really, if you put the work in. But you're still not an experienced trader, even if you're a profitable trader for years in, because certain things just have to happen for you to kind of get those bits of experience and get over those hurdles and everything like that. So
I went to my first month of live trading. I took 8 trades. I went back and looked at them the other day because I recorded them. Everything. Out of those 8 trades, right now I'd probably take about 3.
Wow! Yeah.
I got a bit lucky.
Yeah, we love a bit of luck. We do love a bit of luck, but it's good to have that luck in the early stages, because it actually fuels you to go forward. And then it becomes, as you keep going forward, and like you say, you learn every day, you learn every trade, you learn every month, it takes you out of luck and it takes you into regime, I suppose, and process and systems. And that's what makes you a long-term successful trader.
That's what you want to get to, because you want to actually take fewer trades, but be able to risk more because your account's more, and be more confident that you're going to get to a point where you're making that money on less trades, but better trades.
Yeah.
So
am I right in saying that before star trading, you didn't really have any trading experience or knowledge?
None at all.
Okay.
I mean, I'd watch markets and stuff, but I had no trade, not like this, no charts. I didn't even know what charts were.
Yeah.
I didn't know what MACD was. I didn't know what RSI was. I didn't know anything. So I didn't know what Kenny.
The reason I ask is it's so nice for me to have this level of conversation with you, because you've taken ownership of it. And that's what I love, is that what we do at Star Trading is empower people to take ownership over their own trading decisions. And you're just exempling that so beautifully in this conversation for me. I love it. Absolutely love that. So in terms then of your results, forget the past two trades because we're still in this current month. But if we look at the previous months up until this month, what have kind of your results been?
So those two trades were actually last month. Last month I finished on 6.8%. I
So
would
wait a
have probably
second. So
finished
you had two losing trades, which you're giving me shit
right,
about, or
right
giving
at the
yourself
end.
shit about, yeah. And you were still up 6%.
Yeah, over
Okay,
6%,
right. Okay,
almost
cool.
7.
So let's just put that all into context, please.
Yeah. And then the month before, my results have really kind of my percentages have really improved since I've been trading 3 strategies. For a while I only traded the one strategy, and then that what I mean, it wasn't bad. I was looking at it, 3%, 3.5%. It's more than you get in the banks on
Yeah,
one strategy.
and it's a month. Let's not
And it's
forget
a month.
that.
And it's a month. Yeah, exactly. And then since I've been trading, since I've been doing the morning star, the reversals, and I haven't really taken any breakouts yet. Not for any reason. I've done some back testing and that. I've got a lot more. I battled with that in the beginning.
Mhm.
I'm not nervous. I just haven't really had any opportunities where I feel comfortable.
Yeah,
There was two last week that probably would have been a winner, but I chose not to take it because I was a bit suspy. So I marked
yeah,
it on PRT as a trade, but I didn't actually take it.
yeah.
But yeah, since
So if we
last 3 months,
say last month, just over 6%. The month before that, what percentage?
over 5%,
Just over 5%. Month before that,
5%.
month before that.
That would have been December,
Yeah.
probably 3.5.
I mean, Mark, we're at over 20% here in like
Yeah,
4 months. That's phenomenal. And that's what that's where I want to get everybody to, and then beyond. And I mean, I'm not going to say what I think the reason is, but other than the fact that you've put the work in. But if I was to ask you what you think is the core contributor to you getting to that point, what do you think is kind of been the biggest help, the biggest benefit for you to get there?
well, I think largely what your course does is I went through your course very quickly, and then I've probably been through it. I don't know how many times. I keep going through it. You go through the video, and then you try and find a video where you said something. But I think obviously the strategies work, and when you start reading the strategies and being able to see the charts, which I can't explain that actually. September, I'd never seen a chart to now. If you put a chart up front now, the things that I'd see compared to September last year are, and then it's also about confidence, and it's about following those principles. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate back testing. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's really
I mean, I
horrible.
can't say I love it. I can't say I love it. I just know it's the thing which makes us the money as traders.
100%. So I had to really force myself because I hate Excel spreadsheets and all that, but I did it, and especially on pullbacks, I did a lot of back testing on pullbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole bunch of contributing factors, but once you get that point where you're starting to see things and you're starting to, I mean, in my first pullbacks, I didn't even look at the weekly charts at my full end. But now you start seeing how a couple went against you. You go back to your back testing. You see how, look, if you actually check that out and you check the weekly chart out, you wouldn't have taken that trade because the weekly was showing so badly that
Yeah.
it was going down, but you thought it was going up. So
Yeah.
the strategies work. Watch them, keep that video all the time. If you're unsure of something, go back, because you do forget things,
Yeah.
and you do get confidence and you forget things, and then you make a mess and you lose a trade. Go back and look and see what you've done. That's
Yeah.
been the biggest contributing factor.
Amazing. Amazing. So how would you say being part of Star Trading has benefited, changed, improved your life?
Well, I mean, the community is awesome. They're so helpful. That's why I mean, I love trying to help guys now, especially South African guys that go through all the stuff that I went through when I was trying to launch pro real time and stuff. You guys all helped me. Now they don't know. They're really helpful. Trading changes your mindset in a little bit. I mean, I think you start trading because you have this vision of like time freedom. That's one thing 2020 and 2021. I was corporate, very corporate. I never saw my daughter. Time is precious. It's as valuable as money, actually. And if you can have time and money, perfect. And also, I mean, it's just, if you're unsure of things, you put it on the group. And I was, in the beginning, obviously, you're a bit nervous to put it on the group. You don't want to look like an idiot. But I mean, they never make you feel like an idiot. They always encouraging and whatever. And still now, if I'm kind of unsure of a trade and like what everyone's going to do, like the gold a couple of weeks ago, we all put it on. We were all unsure, and then it went against all of us.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even though it was a loss, it felt better because we were all in it together, which was cool. I enjoyed that. I wasn't so upset about that loss because we all read it. We all thought it was okay, and we all.
It's that thing, isn't it? I think what you're kind of describing there is, it's just nice to have people to sense check things with, who actually know, not just some random person on the street, but people 100%. Who actually know. And so, regardless of
the same mind frame,
exactly,
that are looking to do what you're doing and better it. So that's awesome.
It really is. And I think
everyone on that group wants to get better. Everyone wants to get better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, we all want what you just talked about there. We all want more time and we all want more money.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with wanting both of those things. And
exactly.
Trading is the best thing I've ever found to do that for us. And that's why it's so exciting seeing your journey from my perspective, because you did come in knowing absolutely nothing, and now you are doing very, very good. Now, I want to be careful when I say that, because I don't want you to get a big head and feel like you're God's gift to the markets, because you've done that. And then you had 2 losing trades, which brought you back down to earth, which I'm really glad about.
Probably the best things that happened.
It does. They can be really helpful. Like we always talk about losing trades, don't we, as being the cost of doing business, but it's also you learn from those trades, whether it's I'm being too confident, I'm being too cocky, or I actually probably shouldn't have taken that trade, or like you said, I would still take that trade again. Hearing that is fantastic, because that means your mindset's in the right place. Like that, the trade met my criteria. We know why the criteria works. It just doesn't work 100% of the time, because there's no such thing as a 100% winning strategy. So hearing that from you is phenomenal. It's brilliant. Final question for you. What one piece of advice would you give to anybody looking to start trading?
Start, and don't delay starting. Start, but you got to start right, because I mean, start right, learn right, because I mean, I'd never heard of I've never heard of a stop loss, and that kind of thing. Geez, Lewis, that market can go against you if you don't have that stop loss sometime, eh? You can lose big time. So learn how to trade, do it, but learn how to do it right. That's important. And also never think that you know everything, because you never ever do, eh?
No, never do. I'm 8 years in and I still don't know everything. Definitely.
100%. It's so interesting. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to look at my charts every morning. Every morning I get up and I know I've got a set time and that's it. And then sometimes, like the last weekend, have been a bit strange, but it's also I've never seen this kind of thing before. So it's very interesting.
And a world war will do that, won't it? So, but we still follow the strategy, and actually, I'm still getting winning trades following the strategies. So,
funny enough, I actually went back to a lot of things in 2020, and COVID did it as well. I mean, the markets went absolutely crazy. So,
And again, even bigger reason why we teach using stop losses, because you want to make sure you're protected.
100%.
So, well, Mark, it's been absolutely fantastic chatting to you. I'm mega proud of your journey, mega proud of your success, and long may it continue. And I'm sure it will, because you've done the work and learnt the skill, which means it will continue. So thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you, Lewis.
Well done.
Thank you very much.